Payasos y Pendejadas Podcast.
Selassie Bang Bey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Welcome to Houston, man. Welcome to Houston.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, listen, man. We're hours away. We're not even 12 hours away from you doing battle, man. What do you think about the night before?
My main thought is just I've been looking forward to this moment for months, and now it's here. So, there's only one thing left to do.
So it's been months. You've had it planned for a while?
Oh, yeah, see, before my last fight, I signed a contract for this fight before my last fight.
Okay.
So this was before June.
Man, 8-0. 8 knockouts, man. Talk to us about those knockouts. Were they all early? Because I think at the beginning of you guys' careers, you do 4-rounders, 6-rounders. So me and my brother were driving up here along the way. I said, hey, Oscar, I said, think about that, man. This kid has 8 wins, 8 knockouts. I said, when they start off, they got 4 rounds, man. How many early knockouts has this guy had? Talk to us about those 8 knockouts. They come early?
Yeah. And it's funny, my oldest brother's name is Oscar, too. But my very first fight, I made my debut against a guy who was 3-0. I was 19, he was 28. And that fight, it took me a little longer because I was learning as I was fighting. But that fight is my longest fight.
Oh yeah.
Got him out of there in the 4th round.
So you haven't been past the 4th.
Yeah, but I'm the type. I'm not gonna go in there to try to pace myself or try to dance around the ring.
Yeah.
It's a fight at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So we're gonna fight if it takes 2 rounds, if it takes 10 rounds. You know what I mean? It is
Right.
what it is. But I'm gonna see where you at. And
Yeah.
A lot of times the guys just aren't durable enough.
Yeah. Now listen, man. The opponent that you're facing, Tiger Teasley, he's 10-0 with 4 knockouts himself. He's a pretty good athlete, man. He's a collegiate athlete, track athlete. He went out, played football out in the West Coast. He's an athlete, 10-0. You're on the zone. The pressure's there, man. How do you feel about your opponent? How do you feel you're gonna do tomorrow?
Honestly, I don't really feel no type. He's just another guy in the way. But I do like the fact that it looks good to everybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I beat this guy, then it's gonna look better than say me beating a guy that's 0-10.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that part. I don't know his history. Really not concerned about it. I'm just we'll see what he's gonna do in the ring tomorrow.
Right. Now listen, it's the zone. It's Red Owl. How do you feel about actually fighting on such a big card, man? This is a make it or break it type fight here.
I'm happy to make it this far. You know what I mean? Those that know me personally know. I was never supposed to make it on this stage. So just being here, I'm grateful for the opportunity to showcase my skills in front of the world.
Yeah. Listen, man, here in Houston, the Red Owl brings a lot of people, man. When I say people, I mean celebrities, boxing celebrities. I mean, I've been here 6 times in a row. You got Jay Prince here. You have Shakur Stevens out here sometimes. I know for sure Marquise Taylor's going to be here. It's a big city. They got a lot of pros. A lot of eyes will be on you. Jose Benavides is here. I mean, you got a lot of people here. You got the Mayweathers here right now.
Yeah.
A lot of eyes are on you, man. How do you feel?
Having different eyes on me is not new to me. I do a lot of traveling. I was actually at the Mayweather gym training for this fight. I spent some time out there in Sparta out there. I saw Jeff out there. So he saw me get some rounds in out there. And I like being able to be on the platform and get in front of a bigger audience. Especially when it comes to these other boxing names out there. My goal is to get on the radar of some of these top 47s. You know? I mean, I kind of flow under the radar on smaller shows and everything. But after this one, especially if I put on a typical performance, then they can't ignore it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, are we gonna see you pass the 4th round tomorrow?
We'll see. If this guy, I told the production team when they came out for the little promo videos.
Yeah.
I told them, I was like, I can typically tell, in the first round.
Yeah.
How the fight's gonna go. So if I go out there and this guy first has no respectable power, I'm just gonna walk him down. And if he can't take a punch, or if he gets hit takes too many punches, then no, it's not gonna go the distance. Not at all.
Do you know anything about him? Did you study him, or are you the type of boxer that studies your opponent, or are you the type of boxer that just does your own thing?
Not really. I just make sure that I'm prepared to fight however I have to on the night. I have seen couple little clips of him. I don't really like watching fights of my opponents, not at length at least, but I just watch for long enough to get a feel for how they fight. Speed, power, their style.
Yeah.
And that's all I need to know. Is this guy gonna come straight to me, or is he gonna work the ring a little bit? Does he have a good jab? Does he have power? He's got speed. You know what I mean? And now that takes maybe 45. Say it doesn't take long.
Okay, so you'll decipher it quickly.
Yeah.
So okay, man, let me give you an example. The guy's 10-4. We both are thinking just off the record, he's a boxer puncher, right? What if he comes out swinging?
Then it'll be. After the fight, he'll realize that that's the biggest mistake he could have made. It just is what it is. Because even if he can punch, he can't punch the way I can punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And I carry my power throughout the fight.
How do you see yourself in your division? I mean, it's pretty wide open, right? The welterweight division, it's wide open right now.
Yeah, and I like my chances against the top 10. I do. I know with 8 fights, I need to get my experience, really more rounds, but my challenge has been finding guys that can give me those rounds. My last fight, it was one of those guys. I thought he was going to be able to give me some rounds because he fought at higher weight classes and he was taking these guys the distance.
Yeah.
They couldn't get him out of there. And I mean, like 160, 68, I think he fought super middleweight before. So I was excited about that one because I was like, hey, this is a guy that'll be able to, he'll take me into deeper waters and might go the full distance. Wasn't the case. So we'll see. I know I have to build my resume a little more, but I'm willing to do that. But when it comes to skill, I like my chances against all of them.
Mario Barrios, how do you see yourself against Mario Barrios? We're in Texas, man.
Give me. I actually like Mario Barrios, but we kind of have similar style. But I'm a lot stronger than him. And our styles are a little different. He's more of like a boxer. I'm more of like a pressure fighter.
Yeah.
So good fight. I would love to see Mario Barrios later on down the line.
How about a Brian Norman?
Same. With Norman, he's tough.
Yeah.
But he's not very big for the weight class, just to be frank.
Now
he's tough. Yeah, he's tough, but I like my chances against him.
Now I'm going to ask you the same question I asked your opponent. He got the championship, Norman. I guess they call it email champ or whatever. He didn't fight for it. How do you feel about that? If that happened to you one day, and it's not like your fault. Brian Norman, it ain't his fault. They named him the champ. But would you have liked to have fought for it?
Of course, fighting for it, it'll make it mean a little more. But the ultimate goal is to get there.
Yeah.
So if this guy moves up in weight or he vacates or for whatever reason doesn't want to give me the opportunity and it falls in my lap, then I will not. No.
So you'd embrace it too, right? I mean, when you defend your title, you're fighting for it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I talked to your opponent, and I asked him if he had any last words for you. Said you better be ready. He said you better be ready. He hopes you bring your best. It is what it is, He did talk to him about your knockouts. He said good for him. 8-0, 8 knockouts, good for him. What are your last words for him?
Honestly, this week leading up to weigh-ins has been, it's been kind of crazy. And there were some things that were done just, maybe to cause a little frustration or to make it a little harder on me or whatever. I don't know the intention. But I didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he's gonna be the one to answer for that in the ring. You know what I mean? There's a lot of variables outside the ring leading up to fights or whatever, but me and my opponent are, you know what I mean, they can't come get in the ring and fight for him.
Yeah.
So my last words to him, or my response to him, is gonna be ready to fight. Be ready to fight, because the ring is small. You can't run from me all night. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm coming to fight, so be ready to fight.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Bey, and good luck tomorrow, guys. I appreciate this. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
All right, man. We got it, guys. Thank you.